Yinsters, hello! Thank you for watching this intro video. So this is a great video to watch if you've never taken Yin before. We're not going to be going into any poses in this class, but I just wanted to go over the Yin principles and what to expect. And so, yeah, with Yin it's very different from a Vinyasa style class, right? The Yang style. And so Yin has three main principles. And the first main principle is to get into a pose and find your edge, right? So we're looking to find a sensation, right? It's different from restorative. We're not just kind of hanging out in the pose, but we're finding a stretch, right? We want to feel sensation throughout the pose. It doesn't have to be the deepest sensation, but we're feeling something, right? A nice good stretch. And so we have our props around us to help us with that, right? So in Yin, we want to let the muscles soften so that we can stretch the tissues, the fascia, the tendons. And we can do that by telling the muscles, hey, it's okay, it's safe to relax, I got you, right? And that's what all the props are for. So we'll go over the props shortly. But the second principle is to find stillness, which is so hard, right? It's hard to stay still, to not fidget. And so with that said, it's okay to fidget, right? What I would invite you to do is before making those movements is to just reflect, right? Am I moving because it's like in my mind, like is my mind fidgety, or is there a physical thing happening? And also, we always want to, if we're feeling any kind of pain, we want to come out, right? So in Yin, we're going to feel uncomfortable. It's all about learning to become comfortable being uncomfortable, but we don't want to feel pain. And so if there is true pain in the body, we want to come out slowly and mindfully, of course, but come out, right? So slow, mindful, come out of the pose, readjust, right? It's also okay to move if you feel like you need to go deeper into the pose or just ease up a little bit. So we'll have these little pauses throughout class where we're like, are we going in too far? Do we need to move in further? And at those times we can kind of move, or any other time that you just in your body, right? You'll know when you need to make an adjustment. And so that brings us to our third principle, which is to hold for a period of time. And so Yin Yoga, we are holding all of our poses for at least 1.5 minutes, up to 6 minutes. Sometimes even longer, right? So it sounds really scary, but it's not, because we have these props, right? And so these are the props that I wanted to go over. And so I always recommend having a blanket, right? And it doesn't have to be like a yoga blanket, just any blanket that you can fold up really easily. And if you don't have a bolster, then get a lot of blankets, right? Like a nice big pile of them, and that will work instead of a bolster. You can also use pillows, like just pillows that you have around your house, right? Some people use like couch cushions if you have cushions that come off of your couch. So lots of options there. And then I also use blocks. The blocks are to just help with added height. So if you have a lot of stacked up blankets and pillows, you don't even really need the blocks. Just an option, right? So those are pretty much all of the props that you'll need. You don't even need a yoga mat. You can even do Yin from your bed. And I actually tend to do Yin from my bed pretty much every day. And so Yin is really great to do in the morning time before our muscles start to get warm, right? Before we start working out and doing a lot of movement, it's better to do Yin before that. And the reason being is so that the muscles aren't flexing and tightening and taking away the stretch from the joints, the tissues, the fascia. And so it's just a little tip, but anytime that you practice Yin, you're going to get benefits from it, right? We're going to start to feel ourselves loosening up, moving. And if you think about the yin yang, right? The circle with the half of it's black, half of it's white. Within the white, there's a little black dot. Within the black, there's a little white dot. And so yin is the black side, right? It's the feminine energy, the lunar energy, the energy of just receiving. The yang side, the vinyasa side, is that go, 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 the masculine, the doing, the solar energy. And so within the yin part, there's a little bit of that white circle, right? That little bit. And that's where we're feeling the sensation, right? We're getting into the pose. We're feeling a deep stretch, right? So we're getting a little bit of both. But yin will be mostly all on the floor, right? We're not really getting up. It's all on the floor. It's slow, long holds. And I just hope that you enjoy it and you get to try it and check it out, right? So I'll be guiding you through all of these things. These are just nice, the intro video are nice little reminder before we start. Thank you for watching, Yinsters, and I can't wait to see you on your mat.